Hey guys. So listen, I just did a live stream on Leilani and Quinton Simon. I think it was yesterday on the 2nd, April 2nd. But I just did a live stream because there were new updates pertaining to the Quinton Simon case, and hardly no one's talking about it. So I did a live stream, and now I just figured I'd make a little quick video with the heads up, with the updated information. So let's go over the timeline really quick to kind of recap, and then I will give you the updated information. September 7th, police report shows Quinton's mother called police after a reported domestic dispute with his grandmother. Quinton's mother did not press charges. Quinton's grandmother told police on scene she was thinking about kicking her daughter and her boyfriend out of the home. September 8th, Quinton's grandmother, Billie Howell, filed paperwork to evict the couple. September 26th, Leilani Simon receives the eviction notice. September 28th, Chatham County Judge Lisa Colbert ordered Quinton's mother to start paying child support for Quinton and his older sibling. That would be Zane. Quinton's grandmother had sole custody of both children. That order came exactly a week before Quinton disappeared. October 5th, Quinton Simon last seen at 6 a.m. And he was last seen at 6 a.m. by the mother's boyfriend. So by Leilani's boyfriend, who was headed off to work and said that he seen him in the pack and play. At some point in the morning, Quinton's grandmother says his mother, Leilani Simon, called off the babysitter. Quinton reported missing around 9:30 a.m. So Leilani calls, the babysitter says, hey, we don't need you for the day, and then reports him missing at 9:30 a.m. October 6th, police confirmed they obtained a search warrant for Quinton's grandmother's home where he was living. October 7th, Chatham County Police released a tip hotline for Quinton's case. Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley, aka Silver Fox, says they are still searching and foul play is not expected. That was on October 7th. Foul play was not expected. October 10th, police searched the home again and drained the family's backyard pool. WTOC learned 40 FBI agents were assisting in the search. October 11th, police announced they had seized evidence they believed would help move the case forward, and a criminal investigation is possible. So October 7th, they thought no foul play. October 11th, they say possible foul play. October 12th, Chatham County Police Department and FBI notify Quinton's family they believe he is dead. Police name his mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in his disappearance and death. So October 7th, no foul play. October 11th, possible foul play. October 12th, absolutely foul play, and we're naming the mom. October 13th, police hold news conference with FBI. They confirm Quinton's body has not been found and his mother is the only suspect at this time. No arrests have been made. October 18th, the Chatham County Police Department, FBI, and other agencies begin the search for Quinton Simon's body at a Chatham County landfill. Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley, aka Silver Fox, said the department believes Simon's body was thrown in a dumpster and then unknowingly disposed of at the landfill. The specific landfill is the one off of Little Neck Road near L. Scottsdale Park. October 22nd, 4 people were arrested outside of Quinton Simon's home. Police say they were called out twice the night of October 21st to Buckhalter Road for complaints of people being disorderly. 3 people were blocking the driveway of the toddler's home, preventing people from being able to leave, according to officers. These people were simply twerking in the middle of the driveway. A 4th person was arrested on October 23rd for banging on the windows and doors of the missing toddler's home. On October 24th, Quinton's mother, Leilani Simon, and his grandmother, Billie Howell, talked to WTOC about people harassing them and going as far as to leave signs that say things like baby killer on Quinton's memorial, which they say disrespects his memory. Even with the attention since Quinton went missing, Leilani said she wants everyone to know she's not running away. Leilani says that she and her mother spend their days in the backyard of their home because it's too difficult to be inside with reminders of Quinton and the fact that he's gone. This is Leilani on the left. She killed her child. This is grandmother that they lived with on the right, Miss Billy Joe. And you can tell by her face she knows Leilani has something to do with it, but she can't do anything about that right now. That's up to the police. November 18th, the Chatham County Police Department and the FBI found possible human remains during their search of a Chatham County landfill. That following Monday, tests confirmed those remains to be human. Further tests are being done to find out if they are the remains of Quinton Simon. November 21st, Chatham County Police and the FBI made the announcement Leilani Simon had been arrested in connection to the death of her son. She is charged with murder, concealing the death of another, false report of a crime, and false statements or writings. November 23rd, a Chatham County judge denied Leilani Simon bond. She waived her right to appear in court for her first arraignment hearing. Look at her. She looks like she's got the devil in her. Okay, so that's the timeline leading up to the new information today. And this is the new information. Chatham County mom accused of killing son Quinton Simon appears in court.
New developments in a case that we have been covering here at WTOC since October of 2022. Today, a Chatham County mother accused of killing her young son and tossing his body in a dumpster is due back in court. And this will be Leilani Simon's first appearance of the year.
WTOC's Shay Schrader is joining us in the studio. Shay, what type of court hearing are we going to see today?
So what we're expecting to see is a motion hearing, and we do know that Simon is supposed to be at it. There has been a court order issued allowing her to wear civilian clothing to this hearing, which does indicate that she will be here. And this is the first that we will have seen of her since July of last year. Now, there's been quite a few motions filed in this case since that last hearing. The defense is asking the court to make sure that they're provided the same witness information as the state and to inspect any physical evidence in the case. They're also requesting a pretrial hearing to determine whether any statements of guilt by Simon during the course of the investigation will be allowed to use during the trial. Now, most of the motions case. They're also requesting a pretrial hearing to determine whether state and to inspect any physical evidence in the case. They're also requesting a pretrial hearing to determine whether any statements of guilt by Simon during the course of the investigation will be allowed to use during the trial. Now, most of the motions, and there are a lot of them, mostly have to do with discovery, which is making sure that both the defense and the prosecution have access to the same evidence during the duration of the case. WTOC is going to be in the courtroom for that hearing that's at 9 a.m. today. Stick with us for the latest updates. Aria, Kyle.
All right, thank you, Shane. As I said, we've been following this case.
Okay, so Leilani Simon, the Chatham County mother accused of killing her baby Quinton Simon and disposing of his body in a dumpster, was back in court Tuesday. This was her first appearance of the year. It was a motion hearing in the case, which is the first in the case since July of 2023. Both Leilani Simon's defense and the prosecution gave an update on where each of their teams stood as far as preparing for the case, and we gained a little insight into what the timeline of the trial might be as well. The prosecution told Judge Tammy Stokes that they are waiting on some testing that could be critical to building their case. That includes forensic testing of Quinton Simon's pack and play, as well as on his remains that were recovered from a Chatham County landfill. They're also waiting on toxicology results. The defense team expressed they were waiting for the same things. Judge Stokes then said she would like to put the case to trial before the end of the year. We have to keep in mind as well that the courthouse is going to be changing sites and locations. So in the back of my mind, I know that may have some impact, but that's probably the least of the concerns. The most important thing is making sure that motions are heard and that we can move forward, Judge Stokes said. Judge Stokes then set the next court date at April 16th. That will be to go over several motions by the defense, including a motion to block any statements admitting guilt by Leilani and a motion to quash the indictment. Quinton Simon was reported missing on October 5th, 2022. It was not until November 18th, 2022, so a little over a month, that his remains were found at a Chatham County landfill. Now here is another article.
Now, the Chatham County mother accused of killing her toddler, Quinton Simon, appeared in court today. Leilani Simon was there for a hearing to determine if the attorneys have everything they need to go to trial. When asked if Leilani Simon would testify on her own behalf, her attorneys told Judge Tammy Stokes she would not. Prosecutors say they're still waiting on forensic test results on evidence taken from Quinton's pillowcase, pajamas, and remains. Judge Stokes says she hopes the trial will begin by the end of this year. Simon's next court date is scheduled for April 16th.
Okay, so in this article, they give us just a little bit more information. Chatham County mother accused of murder in the death of her toddler, Quinton Simon, appeared in her first motion hearing of the year on Tuesday. This was a routine hearing to determine if the defense and prosecutor have everything they need to go to trial. The defense also noted that Leilani Simon refuses to testify on her own behalf. The prosecutors told Judge Tammy Stokes that the final evidence they are waiting for to begin trial was forensic toxicology tests of Quinton's pillowcase and pajamas for apparent brain matter. Now, in the document dump they did, their probable cause affidavit stated that they believe Leilani beat Quinton to death, and they weren't sure what with, but they were pretty sure that it was blunt force trauma, like she beat him in his pack and play. So they are waiting for the forensics to come back on the pillowcase and the pajamas that Quinton was wearing and his remains. And again, they found partial remains at that landfill. So, I mean, we're just really blessed that they were able to find anything. But to know they found partial remains and the pajamas, like, on them, you know, that seals the deal. Like, yes, let's get the testing done. They hope the results from the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia will be in by May 1st. The newest updates in the Quinton Simon case is that they are waiting for forensics to come back on Quinton's remains with his pajamas and the pillowcase that was in his pack and play. That's huge. Like, again, like I said, we knew that they said they were pretty sure she beat them to death, but this is huge information that hardly no one's talking about. It's crazy. So I will keep updated. I think they said the next court date is April 16th. I will keep an eye out on it, and I will keep us all updated as best as possible. All right, guys. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Bye.